probably saw the clip. A podium, a stern voice, and the line, "effective immediately," followed by claims that Brittney Griner was banned for life from the WNBA. It spread fast because it sounded official. Here's the problem. It wasn't. That line is from Adam Silver's 2014 press conference banning former Clippers owner Donald Sterling from the NBA, not a WNBA player. Someone lifted the audio and stitched it to a new rumor, and the internet ran with it. There's another tell. Adam Silver is the NBA commissioner. The WNBA has its own commissioner, Cathy Engelbert. If a lifetime ban like that existed, it would come from Engelbert or the league office and be posted across official WNBA channels, press releases, social feeds, team statements, not from a chopped-up gotcha clip. That never happened. Here's what did happen. Brittney Griner is still an active pro. In fact, the Atlanta Dream announced they signed her for the 2025 season. You don't sign a player who's banned for life. That single receipt makes the rumor collapse on contact. So how did the fake out feel so real? Because it used a classic misinfo play. Recycle a real moment, change the target, and package it with urgent language. The Sterling clip exists. It was historic and dramatic. A bad actor repurposed that same cadence, effective immediately, to lend weight to a claim it doesn't support. If your timeline didn't pause long enough to check the date, you'd think a new bomb just dropped. Let's slow this down and apply a simple in-game review any fan can use. First, source check. Did the WNBA or the players' team publish a statement? No. Second, timeline check. If a league drops an unprecedented punishment on one of its most recognizable stars, credible outlets pile on fast. League site, major sports desks, local beat reporters. That flood never came. Third, logic check. Does anything in the actual season data back it up? A fresh one-year deal with the Dream answers that in one line. You'll also hear the rumor wrapped in bigger, scarier claims. Rigged games, secret recordings, deep corruption, even invasive chatter about identity. That's not reporting, that's escalation. Real investigations leave a paper trail. Official statements, named investigators, documents you can verify. What we saw here was a pile of insinuations with no primary sources attached. When you strip away the drama, there's nothing left to hold. This matters for more than one player. The WNBA is in a moment. New stars, sellouts, heavy media attention. And that spotlight attracts clout-chasing claims. We've already seen a wave of viral but false posts around the league this past year. Fact-checkers have had to swat down everything from made-up fines to bogus disciplinary actions because outrage farms know those stories travel farther than box scores. Don't let them use your fandom for engagement bait. Here's the broader context you won't get from a rumor reel. The WNBA's governance is separate from the NBA's. Cathy Engelbert's office handles player discipline. And when the league makes a major ruling, it follows a pattern: notice, rationale, and contemporaneous records. Media then triangulates with team PR and the players' reps. If you can't find that triangle, you're not looking at news, you're looking at a narrative. If you came in worried, that's fair. Misinformation is designed to spike your adrenaline and make you hit share. But you deserve better than heart rate content. On Dribble TV, we'll bring heat without the hype. Real breakdowns, smart context, and stories that hold up after the scroll. We'll still talk about on-court battles, off-court moves, and the rivalries that make this league fun, just with the receipts attached. So, what should you watch for next time a video insists a player's career ended overnight? Look for the league's release. Check the team's feed. Scan a couple reputable outlets. And when a voiceover leans on a familiar phrase, but won't show you the date or the full clip, it's usually because the full clip tells a different story, like a 2014 NBA moment being recycled to sell a 2025 WNBA shocker that never happened. If the league ever did hand down an unprecedented punishment, we cover it with the same energy and with official sourcing. But today's verdict is simple. The viral video claiming Brittney Griner was banned for life is fabricated. Her status is active, her contract is public, and the clip that made you pause belongs to a different era and a different case entirely. Stick with us for what's real, what's next, and what actually decides seasons. Scouting reports, coaching wrinkles, rookie leaps, veteran savvy, and those crunch time possessions that make your stomach flip. If you're here for the game, you're in the right place. Subscribe, drop your thoughts, and tell us the next rumor you want debunked. We'll put it through the same full court press. And if it holds, you'll hear it here first. If it doesn't, you'll know why. Because the real story here is bigger than one clip. It's about how women's basketball is exploding in real time, and how bad actors will ride that wave with sensational claims to steal your attention. If you love the game, the best thing you can do is keep your head when the timeline tries to spin. So let's flip the script. Instead of doom-scrolling fake scandals, lock in on what actually decides seasons. The rookies who turned arenas into sellouts. The veterans who still close games when the air gets thin. The coaching tweaks that turn a 12-10 team into a contender. That's the grind we're here for. Possessions, counters, adjustments, not panic bait. Here's a quick full-court press you can run on any wild headline that hits your feed tonight. 1. Can you find a primary source within 2 clicks? League office, team PR, or the player's rep? 2. Does more than one reputable outlet have matching details, quotes, and a timestamp? 3. Is there a document trail, press release, transaction log, disciplinary memo? 4. Do the facts pass a basic logic test? Contract status, CBA rules, schedule realities? 5. Does the clip show the full context, not a chopped sentence stapled onto a news story? If it fails any 2, you're probably looking at theater, not truth. Also, remember how discipline actually works. The WNBA has its own process, its own commissioner, and its own union. Major penalties aren't just handed down in a vacuum. They involve procedure, notice, and a paper trail. If a punishment would reshape the entire league, you won't learn about it from a mystery voiceover. You'll see coordinated statements, players reacting, reporters confirming, and a flood of official language you can verify. Meanwhile, the real plot lines are already cooking. Can a supercharged rookie class push a dynasty to the brink? Do spacing and pace trends we saw last postseason hold when defenses game plan all summer? Who wins the math battle from deep when the series slows to a crawl? Those are the questions that make October feel a mile away. We're also entering an expansion era that changes everything, from roster spots to travel to rivalries. New markets mean new fan bases, louder buildings, and fresh pressure on cap management. Good front offices will scout the edges. Undervalued defenders, high IQ bench bigs, shooters who move without the ball, and squeeze wins where casuals don't look. Bad ones will chase names and wonder why the defensive rating won't budge. And since you asked for longer and real, let's talk film. There's a reason certain stars get calls. They create advantages before the whistle even enters the frame. Footwork, timing, hip angles on drives, the art of screening without getting whistled, the way elite guards toggle speed to freeze a weak side tagger. If you want to argue about officiating, at least see the chess. On Dribble TV, we'll break those micro wars down with tight, clear segments you can watch on the way to work. We'll keep a running segment on tactics you can spot at home. Spain pick and roll in its counters, ghost screens to punish switches, empty corner drives that turn help into a choice between a layup and a corner 3, late clock ATOs that steal 6 points a night. We'll show why a 2-for-1 is worth hunting and when it's not. We'll spotlight defenders who never trend but kill a set with one perfect stunt and recover. That's Hoop. And yes, we'll always guard the truth. The rumor economy preys on moments when the women's game is booming. Sellouts, record broadcasts, signature shoes. Because controversy eclipses craft. Don't let it. The best clapback is knowledge. When a sketchy clip tries to hijack your feed, beat it with receipts and move on to the next matchup. Here's what's next on Dribble TV if you're riding with us. A no-spin look at early season power tiers and why they're fragile. An explainer on the salary cap that actually makes sense. A deep dive on 2 late-game sets everyone's stealing. And a mailbag, where you pick the possession we break down frame by frame. You bring the questions, we'll bring the angles. Before we wrap, one last thing. This league is built by people, players, coaches, trainers, refs, who spend insane hours chasing inches. That's the story worth telling. When a viral post tries to flatten that work into a quick outrage high, ask yourself who benefits. It's never the game. It's never the fans. It's never the players. It's the account that cashes your rage into clicks. So stay sharp, celebrate this skill, And anytime a headline screams, "career over," just run the 5 checks. If it's real, we'll cover it with sources and context. If it's smoke, we'll clear the air. Then get straight back to pin downs, spacing, and why a well-timed cut can flip a series. Drop a comment with the next rumor or matchup you want us to unpack. We'll put it under the lights, no filters, no fluff, just hoop.